I guess this whole situation that's happening, uh, with the celebrities and the ironic situation of the wildfires in, California, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, whatever. It could be true that the government, is starting that new city, in LA, and at the same time, they're exterminating records for certain celebrities. You feel me? It's not like it's not like it's impossible. Is it impossible for Puff Daddy to be cool with Mel Gibson? You know, it's not impossible. It's not something that's just um out of range. And I'm saying that because hiding records, hiding photos, hiding videotapes, and then getting them all destroyed at a friend's house or something, like luck, fortune. See, I was raised by my grandmother's religion, even though, and her culture, even though I was given a shahada as a baby, and my mother didn't have the same religious views as my father's mother, you know, and neither did my mother's mother. So I learned Christianity and Jehovah Witness at the same time, but I learned it from my grandmother on my father's side. You know, I seen my mother and my grandmother, her mother, practice and acknowledge and stuff like that. But they taught me, well, my grandmother without my mother and my great aunt taught me, things about Hindu or whatever. So as I was learning from my grandmother on my father's side, I always had an like open mind to everything because I was confused. So instead of asking questions and silly, stupid questions, I just remained silent. I took in all the information that I learned and then I just remained silent, right? So when I was learning and I was becoming older, I did have questions just like everybody else. At the same time, I was putting things together that made sense and also being open to learning new stuff that was attached to it because it had to be some more stuff. So with that being said, you know, if you look at records like in history, they're stored, they're safe, there's duplicates and copies of certain type of records. When someone passes away, their social security number makes them worth $5,000 to the United States government, and it's like a tax write-off to the federal bank, to the Federal Reserve, to the federal government. All right. So, like I said, it's them backdooring us. They backdoor everybody, the federal government. So my point is, if you got somebody like Diddy that probably didn't go over the edge, but had celebrities come to his estate and act a fool, and then Diddy started, you know, recording for his own safety or whatever, but he knew it was going to be a severe consequence. He just rather it not be as severe as it seems now. I think that's possible, and that does happen, especially on how Mount Vernon cats is. You feel me? And the unfortunate situation is that the people from the five boroughs, they do come to Westchester County, and sometimes there are these civil wars, you know? So it's it's frightening to know that it's so corrupt that they want everything demolished. And if you look at the history of having records, or emails such as with the president, the president has emails, dirty emails. All of them do. Hillary Clinton has dirty emails. Barack Obama has dirty emails. Trump, dirty emails. Now Trump used to turn up with black celebrities, and whatchamacallit turns up with black celebrities. Obama also, you know. So I'm just saying, like, if all of a sudden it's another explosion, you know, I think it has everything to do with the Democrats. That's just what I'm saying. That's just my personal opinion. I think everything, you know, is the Democrats' fault because of how they think. And honestly, truthfully, they got the last word. So if records got destroyed, and these records and these tapes and these videos, they had politicians on them. Let's not forget about the Bohemian Grove and them little islands where they worship owls. And it's the same names, the repetitive names, the same people with the same type of dark dealings, for that matter. You know, uh, using children's skin, foreskin, drinking blood, drinking gold, stuff like that. Are we supposed to be drinking gold? Let alone somebody else's blood or whatever. Are we supposed to be drinking gold? It's another side to life that becomes federal. So Jay Z is, someone you would talk to. I mean, he's on film drinking blood, and he's on film admitting that he drinks gold. That becomes federal. You become contagious. It's just like taking proteins. A protein shake, you become contagious. Oh, and with gastroenteritis, you know, and some people they become immune to gastroenteritis, and it's disgusting. Like how you feel on the inside. Some people is just they will never be able to get rid of it. You got to be strong to get rid of gastroenteritis. Once you get gastroenteritis, like certain people never get rid of it, despite the medicine. They got different types of medicines. The medicines just dry you out. That's all they do. And when you gastric or you got gastroenteritis, you're already overly dry in your digestive system. You feel me? So now that you're under and you're overly dry, any food you process is gonna be a bit too much. And just think about it. If it's dry in the inside, nothing is gonna be able to go down the right way, and it's not going to be a lot of digestion. Also, like you're not going to be consuming a whole lot of food, in the right amount of quantities. So if you're already dry and you put something that you think is big in your stomach, when all reality you need way more, you just ingesting food the wrong way, you're eventually gonna get so sick that it's just like your stomach drops and you get closed in like this. You feel me? It's like a collapse and then it sticks like Velcro. Just look at it like that. Look at that effect. So you have to literally keep getting sick to get rid of gastroenteritis. Like if you're shivering cold, you gotta drink a lot of water, like a gallon of water, right? And as you drink the water, you'll warm up. You'll get the shivers, you'll fart, you'll tear up, you'll sneeze, everything will come out your nose, and then you'll cool down again. But that's just a part of, you gotta shake something off because of hydration. That's why the word sounds like that. It's hydration. Doesn't it sound like an oxymoron? It has the wet dry effect in the word. Hydration. And dehydration is overly thirsty because it has the wet and dry effect, just two dry effects by dehydrating, drating. You feel me? Hydrating. So you gotta drink warm tea, a lot of it. I'm talking about gallons of warm tea. Y'all never gonna be hydrated the proper way. I'm talking about my way. My way, and I feel good when I feel good. Yeah, you gotta drink a lot of that. Like I really don't suffer, you know? Like I don't let myself suffer. A lot of people, y'all let yourself suffer. Like if you can't drink a lot of water, you have to drink tea first. Because water is something crazy. Water is not easy to drink. Just want y'all to know that water is not easy to drink at all. And I wouldn't drink that Alpine water either. But water is not easy to drink, even though I could drink a lot of it. Y'all didn't eat enough lettuce and enough salad. Y'all ate too much fruit, and that brings that stomach all the way under. You see when people take like sea moss and stuff like that. I know how y'all feel. Y'all too down. Y'all seeing sparkly colors and everything. That's dangerous. You may feel good. Your body is, fumigating and keeping the gases down and stuff like that. That's understandable, but you are not healthy. No. Especially if you haven't played a sport or participated in something rigorous with a lot of cardio, probably went to the military. You know what I'm saying? Something. I think they run 10 miles a day in the military, 5 out and 5 back or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then it gets rough where you gotta go 10 out and 10 back. Yeah, when you thought it was easy. So, that's what I trained for. I trained to be strong. See what I'm saying? Incorporated with the sports that I can play, you know. But y'all doing it wrong. With that fruit, if you cannot drink water, you have to eat a whole bunch of dry salad. I'm telling you now. When they shut these stores down and they start feeding y'all niggas crickets, chocolate covered crickets, chocolate covered roaches, caramel ants, and cinnamon wasp, what you gonna do? Velvet mice? Yeah. Chocolate fudge rat? All my content makes sense. What you think is gonna happen in California right now? They have to build a new city before the Olympics and all that other shit. All them stores is dead and gone. And then that's all them people survived on. That's a fucking extermination. Yeah, we don't know what the hell really happened. We'll never know. If the motherfucking people from California come over here tonight and tell us what happened, we still will never know. As a collective. Even if they tell you and you care and you don't care or whatever, you're not gonna know for sure what happened. But if they open up a new spot after a cataclysmic or some type of disaster, and then the stores have new restrictions and a new menu, and you can't get a beef Angus steak burger, you gotta get a batch of roaches that got syrup on it and caramel. How you gonna look at life? I'm just giving y'all, don't think about the fruit. Yeah, they'll put a damn ant in the fruit. You better eat the lettuce. You understand that? Yeah, that's what's about to happen. These people are crazy. They want to save money. They want to save the planet. They want to stop disease in a certain way. Yeah, in a certain way. They do. When you bring it up to them as a citizen, they admit it. Yes, we want to do the same thing. We're just not on the same page as you. You see one way, they see another. It'll never be equal. It's always divided, regardless. I knew that as a shorty. So, if it was one thing I always knew it was going to be some type of unfairness laying ahead. I was never disappointed, and it seems like people that I come in contact with, they want me to be disappointed. And my smiles, my laugh, my positivity, it rubs them the wrong way. Because they want me to be disappointed. I've seen it my whole life. I was prepped for it. Other people, before they passed away, prepped me for it. And I seen it. Because I was going through it at the same time. The fuck? Bet you ain't see that coming. Yeah, the insect food now. Now the aliens want to play. Right? What? Where they gonna sell that at? I, I don't think the immigrants over here, like, I don't think they're allowing that now. They might spoil you your food. I don't know if they're allowing that. For all we know, people are walking around from the government with chips implanted in their hand, back of their head, or their neck, and they probably do not get hungry. Anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could be something as simple as that. Ryan Garcia said nanorobots, nanotechnology, and water and stuff like that, and bread. Elon Musk probably got a chip in the back of his neck. He's about to marry Kamala Harris, insert her with a chip in the back of her neck, and they probably don't get hungry or nothing. You never know, bruh. You never know. I'm just saying. It's all types of. We're not ready. We asked for it, but we're not ready for it. See, when you home bored and you have nothing to do but to harass, molest, and antagonize and shit like that, when you're one of those type of people, you know, your frequencies get picked up on. And then sometimes these things are unlocked in the world. You know? Like, would you have a pet monkey? Would you have a pet wolf? Would you have a pet gorilla? I don't know. See what I'm saying? They knew that shit was an energy weapon. It's like, what's next? Niggas was wilding out already prior to this shit. Or they just gonna leave it alone. They're prepping for the Olympics. So if you're gonna go all out like that to prep for the Olympics, just to change the scenery of the city, then anything is possible. You can't front. Anything is possible. Just saying. technology is already wowsing. We're wowed by it. And then we're scared of the war shit. And now as you integrate the technology in the war, years later, they making it seem like any day the fate is gonna be cut of America. Don't it feel like that? Don't it feel like every news article, even just the feelings in the street from everybody getting caught up in the propaganda, it feels like we're just gonna all pass away at the same time any given day. Like that's how people act. Like you're giving off, like you're giving that shit off, that frequency off to other people, and then they start talking out loud. You see what I'm saying? In the streets, wilding out and doing radical shit like pushing people in front of trains. You see what I'm saying? Like what's that? They gotta have extra police officers on the train tracks, the railroad, or the subway, because people's pushing people off the, like, what's up? So you let immigrants come in, kill us, and just deport them, but the people that's warring inside of here, you're killing them, either by jail or literally. But the other person could go back home though. If he from the Caribbeans or he from the Middle East or he from Africa, he come over here, or he from one of them Spanish places, he come over here, he kill somebody, get deported. So they go. So that means they could carry a gun, you know, and all they do is just get caught and just go back to their home. Why you gotta do years for that shit? Don't make no sense. It's like, what is America for real? With a law like that. With a law like that. All these, you know, all these speculations and stuff. Like, no. It's 100% domestic terrorism. The federal government. Feel me? The zodiacs and all of that. You know? Like, they obeying it, listening to it and dropping it, making money off of it and a laugh. To win in America, honestly, is the scam. You have to scam. You you have to scam to win in America. It's federal. You you know you have to use the banks and their system. You got to use all of that promotion and stuff like that. You got to use the traffic robots. Only certain people was blessed to get that perfect 9 to 5 that they could retire on. Or when that stopped, then it was nothing but pure hatred because certain people just didn't make it and certain people made it big. So you'll never gain as an economy. You'll never gain as a country either. Ever. If you're just gonna take certain people and screw them over, not give them a fair shake, and there's certain people you just treat like very handsomely, and you reward them handsomely through their whole life, or whatever, you know. Like it's really tough out here. I already knew getting a job was gonna be tough. Everybody did. When everybody graduated school, everybody became racist. Y'all niggas just spent 4 years together and 2 years together in middle school. And you mean to tell me when it's not required by the government that y'all not friends and nothing no more? I'm talking about these people was tight over here. They was tight. I'm talking about like this. Knotted together, wedded together. It was like damn near crazy. Like ballistic crazy. Like Obsession. Remember that commercial? Obsession. That's what these people was obsessed with each other over there. Like, I don't know. It's like where we living at. They hit a whole bunch of rich people with an energy weapon. I think they're gonna drop a ballistic, a bomb on fucking the ghetto. I think that's what that shit means. Government, G-O-D, government of departments. Listen, government, G of O-D, departments. That's what that shit means. That's what we hear. That's what we feel. That's what we live. We living for we're living for the invisible. We're living for the intangible. Y'all all want a blessing. You can see it, but you can't really grasp it because you don't have it. So everybody is alive. Everybody's corporeal. Everybody's in manner for something that is invisible. Everybody until it becomes true. And then once your blessing becomes true, it's still you want more. You crave more. You desire more. You wish for more. So we're wishing for and we're looking for and we're craving for something that's invisible. Is it a thought? Is it a feeling? Is it in another planet? Is it in another dimension? Can I walk into a mirror and pop up in a different realm? Where is it? That's what it is. That's what everybody is like thinking about or trying to put together or seaming together, trying to knit together. Accomplishing to know the not knowing or being the first. It's something ghostly about everything. That's why it's sleep. That's why it's death. That's why it's all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the invisible. Cause when you get hit with it, they be like, okay, I got it. You see what I'm saying? You be like, oh, okay, I got it. Now what? Certain people get cocky. It's nothing. It's nothing new. Certain people appreciate it and then it's snatched away from them. And then the cocky asshole succeeds for the rest of life. How does that happen? Just let go, bruh. You know? Let go. My fault. Yeah. Um. No, not this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. People, look. So people with that urge to complete on getting the ghostly or getting the intangible on getting the invisible, you're insane on it. Everyone is insane on it. You want to rest in it. You want to love it. You know what I'm saying? You want to like it, love it, appreciate. It's like an accomplishment with a huge reward that extends forever. That's everybody's ghostly wantings. That's everybody's ghostly crave, is to have that success on whatever it is and whatever it consists of. It's something that you wanted. If you wanted that successful business that came along with the paper trail, and then that's what you're known as, that's that ghostly intuition, intangible that you want. If you was just a person that wanted a 9 to 5, married with kids, and you got perfect health, your kids and your wife do, and y'all live the rest of your life like that, with no bumps or bruises, that's that person's ghostly, intangible crave. So it's whatever you want. It's always similar because it has a positive. The positive is accomplishing on what you want. Now, determining if the situation is negative to others, that's what a problem is. It could be positive to you. Self, left hand theory, the left pocket theory, the self. I'm just saying. You got the people drawing the cartoons, playing the cartoons in front of you as it's happening in real life. They laughing. It's a kid. It's funny to them. Replacing the humans with the robots. They scare y'all away. Certain spots. What about in California? They just have a city full of robots. And you can only go over there for a vacation, a paid visit. That's what it's looking like, California is just a city. There's one city you could go through and everything is a robot. There's not one human. You get your food through a robot. You get your reservations through a robot. You get your housing through a robot. What if that happens? And they just taking humans away, leaving certain cities like that, like a trap. You could tell they want to do that to New York. Look how New York is built. Look at the construction in the city. It looks like somebody's gonna fall over just walking up the stairs going to the train. It was poorly built, with no care, used and wasted money and resources. Yeah. And now look who's employed, and look who did it. That's a statement. Like, come on. I don't understand certain stuff, but why would you do that? Somebody older gotta walk up the stairs, the slight little push, anything bad can happen. Anything. Shit is done on purpose. You see why they strike the shit out of y'all. You see why y'all get hit with bombs. You see why you get hit with nuclear energy. You see that shit. That is fucking disgusting. There's no safeguards, can't catch nothing, not an extra barrier. Somebody walking can just twist their ankle. The snow is making it more slippery. And you mean to tell me the rail is below the waist, but you telling people to pull their pants up though, right? Come on. A stop and frisk, or officer in New York can stop and kiss you. He can stop and kiss you to check to see if you got a gun on you. Y'all forget about this shit? So this nigga can just stop and he can just kiss a nigga. And then feel his nuts for a gun. Or he could wake up, the cop could wake up the next morning from getting an STD and going to take it out on a regular citizen. All this shit happened, and y'all know this is the possibilities as it's happening. That's why I have zero remorse for anyone. I don't give a fuck if I do have a chakra. Y'all niggas made it to parents. Everybody that's parents, I have absolutely no forgiving bone in my body. So that's what, 90% of the world. So we're just gonna wipe y'all out, and everything else is just there for residue. The fuck? Y'all know, y'all always want to prove y'all the biggest, baddest, and boldest every time. Every time, especially in New York. Building something like that at a train is the prime example. Workers built that shit in front of their bosses, in front of the state, and say, yeah, we built it like that, and what? If you don't like it, tell somebody else to tear it down. That's exactly what that shit is. Go waste some more money to tear it down and pay somebody else to put it back up the way you want it. That's what that means. If you calling Jesus a builder or a carpenter, you gotta look at magic and miracle. It's the total opposite. If you curing the blind, if you're a person that cures the blind, you're not a person that's gonna make a set of stairs a death trap. It's the complete opposite. Now, if you're not fast enough to retrieve information like that, we headed for the wrong fucking way. As a people, they want brand new people that they could control. Cause the ones that's already here, y'all niggas' time is up. That's what they. That's what the politics is about. The Democrats had the slaves. The Democrats is responsible for slavery. If you're responsible for slavery, that means you are responsible for terrorism. And if you're responsible for terrorism, that means you have a hand in this place over here, whether it's good or bad. 90% of the time, it's going to end up bad. And that person or those people are going to be able to do whatever they want to do. You hear me? Whatever they want to do. And that's what happens. You see how they treat you? They treat you like children. What about they take away your hamburgers and give you a fucking rat or a bird, uncooked, you know what I'm saying? Or a fucking insect. Instead of french fries, instead of potatoes, they give you a box full of insects. You're going to want to move to your country. These people could do that. You're going to want to move out of this country. These people can do that shit. Y'all thought and swore to God it was impossible because it's against the law. And it is against the law. And guess what? The only way that you can stop or prevent it is by killing the people. There's no retaliation. People die regardless if they do it or don't, or if they do not change it. I don't see how stupid people could be. Y'all are old as hell too. And I was a shorty. I was this frightened about the government getting bombed. Seeing it happening my whole entire, and I'm talking about something tragic. Nothing like a storm or a plane running into a building or a movie theater blowing up. I'm talking about something that's going to snip and snap entire side of America off. That's the only thing that's going to wake y'all niggas up. The only thing. But you know what? Even after that, y'all still going to beef with each other. Y'all still going to beef with each other. If y'all see something tragic happens, I'm talking about more devastating, making history in the United States of America, affected on your land to where it's too devastating, where life barely could go on, That type of devastating, that's what y'all waiting for. That's what y'all played to. That's what you gambled into. Regardless on how powerful the politician is, regardless on how powerful the Pope is, or whoever, we still do not understand every single thing in America. So the littlest thing from somebody that doesn't matter your life can blow up and cause chaos. Look at that shit. Really. Nobody can do nothing. Not the people that brag like they was tough. Not the girls that bragged on the people that said that they was tough. Nothing works. Absolutely nothing. You can't do anything. You can't do anything at all. Police is turning on you. They scared. You know? Then you got another community that's sexually frustrated. They hate everybody and everything. Then you got another community that's broke. Then you got another community that's rich, but they still can't do what they want to do. It's too much. Y'all are disrupting people subconsciously, ghostly, by chasing a ghost. And the savage shit that y'all humans do, letting your dog sit there and set fire on your animal, your pet. Come on, dude. You know, like, that's savage. You're not going to take your cat. I'm just asking. I'm just asking, like, who in life can trust you? How is those people able to have sex? And that's how you know the women are just some fucked up. Like, it's just some fucked up women out here. Like, not every woman, but it's just some people. Like, you made that nigga a father. Like, he's supposed to be a role model. You know? All these fathers do is they have children get older and try to molest everybody in their way. Like, it's just so it's funny how gay they are, but like, come on. Especially in New York. Tiring. This shit is tiring. Word. Y'all got it coming. I'm being dead serious. Y'all boys got it coming. Y'all girls got it coming. That was an energy weapon. I seen this shit. I'm not going to show it. It was exactly what I said. It was an incineration beam. It wasn't like a regular energy or like an energy beam. It was an incineration, meaning a flame beam. Not like a laser with lightning, you know, a plasma in it. Because it's a plasma blast also. Plasma is like electricity, you know, it's crazy. They got different types of blasts. And they set the fire to that shit in California. And if you look at it, it's perfect because of the trees and the grass. Why waste acid? Why waste fucking plasma? Why waste a plasma strike? Why waste an acidic strike? You see what I'm saying? Why not use fire or or a different gas or something? So they looking at certain places, dissecting how they gonna break us down too. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me they not. You cannot tell me. If New York look like it's on an island just like California, and all they doing is trying to burn this shit, you see how they trying to burn it? So, cause heat rises. Think about it. Fire and heat rises. So look how they burned it so the fire can rise, right? So they use an incineration energy weapon that consists of fire. New York is a whole different build. Is a whole different build. So instead of using fire, you want to slice this shit. You want to hit it with a laser so it could divide the Jersey shit, the Jersey from New York, so it can divide the West Virginia area from New York, and it could divide the whole Canada shit from New York. Cause Buffalo is a 6 to 8 hour drive from here, and that's New York. We already by the water on the opposite end. You see what I'm saying? So if they slice this shit with 3 lasers at the same time, either either New York is gonna collapse over into West Virginia, or it's gonna separate and fly off there, right? Just like what they did to Virginia and Jamaica. Jamaica was on Virginia, and then they sliced this shit, and then it went down. You see what I'm saying? And if you go to Virginia right now, you see that shit is just one shot away from being destroyed. The Omen, Virginia, yeah.